Gosh, I made two fatal blunders before I even began. No. 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 Anyway, welcome everyone to someone who pretends that they do this regularly. I'm your host, Knox, and not only did I forget that my microphone was off, but I forgot to hit stream. I was tied to myself for 10 minutes. Gosh, that just hurts so bad. Welcome, Farfella. Welcome, V. How's it going? Don't mind me just being in agony over here. Yeah, you're confused. Talk about me. I'm confused because I was seeing everyone chatting, and then I'm like, oh, they can't hear me. Another 5 minutes goes past. Oh shit! I'm not even streaming. No. But yeah, and also welcome, Quap. Good to see you too. Oh my gosh. We're in shambles already. It's been a while. How's it going? What? I I don't even know what you wrote, Farfella. Army is worth of my orange pie through the envy of me. Uh, I have no idea what I know what NVMe is. I don't know what Orange Pi is, unless it's like another Pi computer, like a Raspberry Pi. Then that makes sense. I have no idea what Armbian is. I think that's something I'm going to have to look up. You just got here? Yeah, apparently I just got here as well, even though I've been talking to myself for like 15 minutes in silence. Uh, anyways, how's it all go? Oh, and gosh, Silk Song. Gosh, I would love to play Silk Song and Hollow Knight. I feel like I wouldn't even progress past the tutorial. Like this, were made for Pi. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving over to Linux for my next PC because, gosh, Windows is just going down the drain. But also, it's just so much more interesting. Linux is, and I'm a unapologetic tinkerer in everything that I do. I mean, I run my own photo, video, and audiobook service off my server. So, and I needed to, and I'm eventually moving that off of a Windows machine and onto a distro as well. Okay, no tutorial. Then I wouldn't even make it past the first jump. uh, I I am the definition of the most experienced noob because gosh, even like I'll know all the mechanics about a game. I just can't execute them as well. I just can't execute them properly. Never beat Cuphead. Never. Uh, I did beat Blue Fire. That is like the one challenging game I did beat. Haven't beaten the DLC for that though because, gosh, that was kicking my butt so hard. Oh, it's for the phone replacement. Interesting. Have you thought about like getting a Pixel and then just like putting what is it, Graphene OS on top of it? I've been actually thinking about that too, but sounds like a huge hassle. So I think I'm only going to do it if I'm switching phones and not in the middle of me having one. because I feel like I'll lose a lot of stuff if I don't do that. But hell yeah, for making your own phone. Gosh, man, I was in such a deep talk. So I was, so I'll start from the beginning, since everyone but me missed that conversation. I was thinking about Rock Idol uh, on my commute earlier last week or the week before. Oh, it must have been the week before last because I only had work 2 days last week. And I was thinking, "Shut Up and Dance with Me" would be perfect. Would be a perfect song for Rock Idol, and it's just the way Topaz and Rock Idol like either met or got together. Probably got together because the way that they met still remains the same between the two canonicities. Like officially got together of her just saying "Shut up and dance with me," and Idol saying that she's holding back because he knows exactly what she's feeling. Admin privileges are still Android, and Pixels have a quality controller. That's fair. I have a 6 Pro, so I'm a few years out of date on what Pixels have been doing. Honestly, my favorite was the Pixel 3 with the little back fingerprint sensor. My favorite feature. I hate that they got rid of it in the next phone. Oh, that's good. I know, right? I'm surprised no one's thought of it before me. But yeah, that is 100% a song that I can picture the band writing after Idol talks about him and Topaz finally hooking up officially. Yeah, I just realized that too. I think I was giving it a little bit of time to wake up, but I think we're just going to have to do the other thing. Oh, gosh, I have so many images on here. Let's see, is it backup? There we go. We got backup chat here. Gosh, why is backup chat so... No, unlock that so I can select that and make it not eye searing. Are we good? Actually, you're going to be a little... There we go. Now that's working. Gosh, why did I choose yellow? Out of all the colors I could have chosen, I chose yellow? What is wrong with me? Lots of things, but I'll hold the phone. It's fine. It is fine. I will say I have a lot of stuff on my plate for this winter, and for some reason I keep on piling on more. I don't know. Yeah, best of luck with trying to figure out ARM-based infrastructure. I'm not a coder at all, so I would have no idea. I will say, oh, hopefully that didn't break things. Nope, I think we're good. Anyway, so what I'm thinking, here's a master plan that I do not have the skills for. I would love to learn the skills to do it, but I don't think I'm anywhere close to doing it because no one else has done it. And either no one has done it because they know that it's ridiculous to try and do it, which is kind of weird because I feel like someone else would have figured it out by now. So, my idea is, uh, gosh, this is not my winter project. This is just an idea I had, that I've been having for over a year now. And Do you know what e-ink displays are? Kind of like those old Kindles that looked like paper, and it was just like magnetic ink, and it looked really good and very book-like. Well, they make multicolored displays of that now, and it doesn't take a long time to refresh them to a new image. Like the refresh rate on the colored versions are quick enough that they can be actually packaged in e-readers now for like mangas. I've heard people say that that's the best way to read mangas uh, if you can't get the actual physical copy of it. So my idea is you have those but picture frames, and they'll either link to like a desktop or like a phone app, and you can just say, hey, this folder of photos, I want this frame to cycle through these photos at this time interval. So you could set like, it would probably default to like once a day. So every day you wake up to new photos on your wall. Or you can just change it manually if you wanted to, without having to like print out the picture, frame it, get a frame for it, hang it up, and all that. You just have to hang up the picture frame, like scan a QR code that shows up when it's not connected to when it's not connected to you, to like your app space, and you can just upload pictures to it. Alternatively, hooking a lot of those frames up to the same account allows you to update every single picture frame in your house all at the same time. And so that way you can show off artwork that you really like. You can show off family or friends photos that you really like. If you're having like contractors coming through, or you're doing like a like a showing for like an open house showing or something like that, you can change them to generic photographs so people just don't see photos of your kids everywhere. That that's my idea. Just like super nice, easy way to like have picture frames in the modern era that doesn't constantly glow at night. And the thing is that someone makes kind of this, but I've only found two companies that do it. One doesn't give you a price, and the other uh, is at least like $200-300. My bet, like, because those pieces of the colored e-ink displays, they only cost like 50-60 bucks tops. So like you can make this quote unquote smart frame for like under 100 easy. You just have to know how to program, which unfortunately I don't. That's going to be one of the many things I want to learn how to do, because I am truly jack of all trades, master of none. Anyway, I think I'm going to get back on topic of idle because I've been talking about this insanity, and if someone wants to do that, go ahead, take it. If you want to credit me, that'd be perfectly fine too. Just send me. I would just love to have that, because I have so much artwork that I have that I would love to display, and I can't because I'm too lazy to. Anyway, so I had a couple of other ideas, but I can't think of them right now. So I suppose we should get started on doing some things. Oh, oh. So, where were we? Oh yes, Luna getting a writ of health. My favorite. Hold on, I need to turn off some things. You go there. You go there. You go there. And you stop. So I could do this, hopefully? Dang it. I don't think Truffle's going to work this week, boys. We were nowhere. No, we were now here. It's a. I love how the town of nowhere just keeps on growing. And gosh, if anyone eventually wants to write that, oh gosh, you would that would be so fun. Truffles being rude. Yes, 100%. It won't let me log into my account. So, it's being very, very rude right now. But that's besides the point. Gosh, can we talk about nowhere? It's such a fun concept. And it feels like one of those, like, plot lines that's just like takes place in the world of this other popular property. Kind of like Glass Onion. Like, it, the only through line is Dubois. Is that his name? Dubois? I can't remember. And that's the only through line. There's nothing that links from the Knives Out to Glass Onion except for that one character because you just want to live in that world a little bit more. That's fun. LeBlanc. Maybe? Hold on. Now I have gosh, my ADHD brain, please let me know answers right off the bat. Detective from Knives Out. Blanc. Benoit Blanc. That's what it was. And what's Dubois from? Why did I think of the name Dubois? Is that another detective series? Best lunk with Ubuntu. If I were to go, oh gosh, I think if I were to go with an operating system, it might be Pop OS, maybe Mint. I don't know. It's a fairly common French name. I know it's a fairly common French name, but it's not a very common detective name. You know what? I think I figured out why Dubois came in my head. And I hate that I just found that out. I hate that that's where my mind went. But it's from the Penguins of Madagascar movies. She's the crazy police detective that just follows them all around Europe. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the animal control lady. Exactly. Oh, man. I mean, hello, Dubois uh, would be a very, very good name for a detective. It just sounds detective-y. Like Poirot. Gosh, I have so many books I need to catch up on. Actually, me and uh, Elite were chatting earlier about books, and I decided uh, the book goblin in me needs more books because I've run out of shelf space. So the only logical reasoning is to buy more books to force myself to get a bigger space to house more shelves to put more books because that is the reasonable thing to do. And I believe the next ones I'm going to be adding to my collection, courtesy of Elite. if they still want to go through with it, is, oh gosh, what is it called? Um, Memoirs of a Royal Guard and Stairway to Equestria. I've only heard of one of those. And it turns out Memoirs of a Royal Guard, we stopped reading the series at the exact same time. It was very funny. Although they asked me what were my two favorite books that I have, and it's a good thing that they preface it with what were my favorite books from my bookshelf. Because if I had to pick a favorite book that wasn't on my bookshelf, it's a different answer. CSP got a paperback reprint. Yep, I have the original hardcover for it, and I'm getting the reprinting of Mershin. And I'm very excited for the reprinting of Mershin because the first time it got printed, I didn't realize it until like over a year later, but my copy has some of the chapters out of order in it. I was very confused when reading it, since that was the first time I read the book. But yeah, so I do have lots of Starscribe. I have the entirety of Project Horizons, which was a nice snag by me because it seems like they've been out of it for years. And rest in peace, Ministry of Image. You shall be missed. I also have practically all the Pony Finder books. Actually, let me, instead of just talking about all the books I have, let me just post those in the live stream chat. Gosh, Discord navigating around is so tedious. Why? Uh, no, copy, and scroll, and it's like 7 interactions to post anything, and it's annoying. And then the last picture is the ones that I don't have shelf space yet. And there we go. That's my whole book collection. That's the series that got you into MLP? Nice. Very nice. I'm actually, one of my friends, they really love Project Horizons as well. So I'm going to see if I could, maybe ask the Ministry of Image, because I do have some of the people in charge of that project. If I could get the ability to borrow, like, the chapter arts that they've done, or if they're willing, if I could get the publication files. But I still haven't worked up the courage to ask them yet, because I know they're doing a lot of things. But I also know that they're trying to get out, and I'm sure they've been bombarded with questions about whether or not they could get the publication files. So I'm just waiting, and then I'm going to ask and provide compensation. I just have to save up that compensation. Woo! To Farfella almost getting the OS up and running. Let's go. But yeah, to those that are new in chat and don't know, because I don't know if I know I have talked about this on stream, but it's been a while. I have for a long while. I actually do produce horse books, or I publish horse books. I don't write them. I am not nearly talented enough for the writing process. Maybe one of these decades, but I do help publish works. The one that I've been doing for the last 4 years, yeah, 4 sounds about right, is 4 or 5 years since 2019. Yeah, 2019 sounds about right. Is the Savage Sky series. That is a wonderful series, especially if you like a series that delves deep into pony magic and taking it to its its logical extreme, and also like to mix up martial arts made for horses that are imbued with horse magic. It is very well written and makes one of my favorite ships happen, which I didn't even know was a ship until it happened in the story, and then I'm like, oh, they're cute together. And I won't spoil anything because it's going to be very obvious within the first book. And I don't want to spoil it because it's a very nice romantic relationship. It starts off with Full of the Forest, and I am currently in the midst of editing book 9 for publication. Uh, it's written by Mogura. But yeah, I have I'm so lucky that I managed to secure Mogura's permission to publish the entire series because they dropped off the internet a year later and they haven't been back online since. So every time a new book comes out, I just send them another DM saying, hey, next book's out. If you want me to get you a copy, let me know. And maybe one day they'll check back on their Finfic account. Maybe they just left for good. Who knows? But nice of them to let me publish their series because it's a really, really fun one. Yeah, it's super fun. Makes the Wonderbolts have a use that's not just the gosh, I can't remember anything today. That makes them more gives them more substance than just style. And I love Spitfire's characterization in the series as well as a lot of other ponies, and the logical fallout for uh, for Discord, not from Discord's magic, but from the award ceremony of the main 6 after Discord. And I will just let y'all find out what that is for yourself, because I'm afraid I'm spoiling way too much. But yeah, but yeah, if out of all the books that I own that I don't make on my shelves, I'll have to say my top favorites are Project Sunflower and Fragments. And if you like this show, I think you'll like Fragments. And I won't say anything more about that, other than it's about amnesiatic pony. Is that even a word? Screw it. Everything's made up. Amnesiatic pony. Wake up in the Everfree Forest, and he finds out that he was at the invasion of Canterlot, and it's a journey of self-discovery. Nice, tight little cozy read. And Project Sunflower, I don't think Project Sunflower needs introduction because it's such a huge book. But apocalypse, and humans are trying to escape it, and they have discovered ways to tear open portals in the fabric of reality, and they've been searching for new realities to escape the apocalypse into, as a case of last resort. And the only way they can properly recon and establish open communication with the government of this new world is to transform one of their own into their species so they can infiltrate, gather information, report back, and eventually open diplomatic relations. Great read if you haven't. Speaking of great reads, I think it's high time we get back to the idle reads. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny, she said. Ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the night, a chemical, physical kryptonite. Helpless to the base and the faded light. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. Oh. Yeah, Topaz would definitely say that, as well as Idol would be the one to point out that he knows that Topaz is holding back. She would just shut him up and say, "Just dance with me." Deep in her eyes, I think I see a future. I realize this is my last chance. She took my arm. I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, "Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me." I said, "You're holding back." She said, "Shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny." She said, "Ooh, shut up and dance with me." All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, I nudged it out of the way. No, come back, come back. There we go. Let's see if I can finish out the last few bits of this chapter, and then, woo! Chapter something is done. Oh, excuse me. One thing I do want to ask, if I could, would people let me know whether or not I should update my chapter numberings on YouTube so it matches with what V has? Because it'll ruin his chapter 69 joke if I don't. And we are fast approaching chapter 69. We're at 56 already, so it's a little over 10 chapters away, but if I'm going to be doing it, might as well do it as soon as possible. Because V's never had proper chapterizations for any of the chapters until he got to what was it? Gosh, I must be getting old. My memory is shot. I used to be able to recite this off the top of my head. Until chapter 62, which by my count is chapter 61. So I'm one chapter off the count because I didn't count Vignette as a chapter. Not as a numbered chapter anyway, so it just skipped. Because the way I see... Because we never discussed it beforehand, but the way I saw vignettes back then was they're not required reading, but they're just fun little side stories. Kind of like a changeling in perspective, which rest in peace. But so that's why the numbers are off in the first place. So if I change it now, the best time would be before we hit chapter 62, or else I'll literally have to read it out as chapter 61, chapter 62. And that feels stupid. But also very funny. Actually, no. That's where the skip will happen, where we catch back up, is A chapter of the book has just been ripped out, and no one knows where it went. Not even Idle. And then I guess I'll count vignettes as part of the chapter structure going forward. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how funny it is. Wait, let me know what y'all think. Because, actually, I might put a straw poll. Ooh, should I put a straw poll? That sounds like a lot of work. But it might. It might be for the best. Oh, I thought I could do that. Can I not? Huh. Sorry, my ADHD took over again. Hold on, let me get onto straw poll. Not straw pill. Poll. There we go. Great. Uh, uh, or no, please. Okay, hold on. No, I don't need to do any of that. There we go. I guess I could have done. Could I have done a YouTube poll? Or not a YouTube poll. What's it called? Oh, Discord does polls now, don't they? I don't know how to make those. I'll be real. Maybe that's only something for like something else. Oh, gosh, I don't know how to use this server thing. I'll be real honest. Anyway, let's see. Now that that now that that side mission is now complete, let's see. Let's see if not only can I remember what Luna sounds like, but let's also dive into the den of the Batpones. The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge, having the Moon Princess The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge. Having had several weeks with Nymph Circe in close proximity, I was immediately worried. Cersus has stolen the chapter count and is not giving it back unless you ask incredibly politely. Ain't that the truth? Is there a way to... Hold on. Gosh, I am very wondering. No, 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 no. Yeah, I thought there was a thing to create a poll so everyone didn't have to go to a straw poll, but you know what? I said I was going to give up on that, and I am. I swear. It's going to happen eventually. Oh, hold on. People are saying the crowd speaks. Oh no, but chapter 62 makes it so... it makes it so much cleaner. It makes it so much cleaner to sneak it in. Also, welcome Seth. How did you make a poll? What is this dark magic? Can someone teach me how to make a poll? How goes your cold weekend? It honestly, let's see, how cold is it this weekend? If I hit the plus button, it just opens up File Explorer. Unless I can only do it on my phone, which would be very stupid. It only lets me add pictures. I might not be high enough nitro in order to make a poll, which would be stupid, but I wouldn't put it past Discord to do. Let me see. What? Now you're making me curious. What is the temperature outside? Oh, it's 33. Oh, that's fun. Yay, the mid to high 30s for the rest of my work week. Starting tomorrow. Yay. That's going to be a fun week at work. Hopefully that means they shut down outside treatments. If they do, yes. If they don't, I'm going to be freezing my ass off for the next 6 days. That's going to be fun. Congrats, it's 3 degrees higher for you. Oh, man. And we got snow. If we didn't get snow, it'd probably be a lot colder, I'll be honest. Yeah, that does not happen to me. I don't know what black magic you're using. So, I shall... Let's see, is there anything incriminating here? I shall share what my Discord looks like, because I'm annoyed. I am very annoyed. Is it this one? No. Hold on. No, 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 no. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's see. Properties. And yes one. Yes. Capture cursor. Oh, save those. Perfect. See? I'm pressing the plus button. It immediately pulls up File Explorer. There is no other button to press. You add a GIF, emoji, translate, sticker, media, gift. Plus just leads to File Explorer. I do not know what you are talking about. I am sorry. I do not know how this works. Also, welcome, Red. We are diagnosing why Discord is a piece of garbage. We apparently my Discord is different to everyone else's Discord. I love that. That's very fun to find out. That is very strange. Yes, you're telling me because I have to deal with this. But yes, I am doing very well. It's been very long since I have streamed, and do not watch the travesty that's the beginning of this stream because it is very unfortunate. Anyways, now we're into the middle of the stream where it's slightly less travesty inducing. Maybe? I'm not sure. Let's make a poll about how Travis. That's odd. I clicked the plus button on a bunch of options, and I'm not a Nitro user. I know. It is just me. Discord. Oh man, Discord will forever be a different thing for every single person that uses it. Yeah, I am the base tier Nitro user, so gosh. uh, oh, pasta, Farfalla. You might be cracking the case. Let me know what you find. Yes, my Discord it is up to date. Well, actually, it technically wasn't. Then I updated it. Then I tried again, and it still's not doing it. So, basic tier here too. Woo! Basic tier unite. What did you get through the Vencord? Because I am also running Vencord, and I'm wondering if that changes things. I only like it because it has text to speech for who's joining and leaving a call. Because it will, because I want to know who is joining me without having to look at Discord while I'm in the middle of playing Minecraft. So what we have here is zero recording, mostly tech issues, a couple of cool ideas happening. But yeah, welcome to the stream. This is what usually is. No, I do not need a print. When's the last time have I ever used a printer on this computer? Get the hell out of here, Windows. You can make polls. So it's just me. Fantastic. I don't know what I did. Discord hates specifically me. If Cersus was a streamer, what would she stream? Cersus would absolutely be a gamer. Like, and I'm guessing. Oh, now the question is Cersus a puzzle gamer or an action gamer? Ooh, maybe a little bit of both. I bet Cersus would absolutely love the Uncharted series. I'm calling that right here, right now. She would absolutely love the Uncharted series. This is going to bug me because you should be able to make a poll. I don't know what to tell you. I raise you action adventure, which has both. You can see her playing action. Yeah, absolutely action. I don't see her playing Portal, but I definitely see her playing Tomb Raider or Uncharted. Because that's especially Uncharted, because that just feels very Cersus. Because it feels like she's more of a Rainbow Dash than a Quibble Pants. in terms of a Daring Do fan. If something later on shows that she's more of a Quibble Pants than a Rainbow Dash, then that's a very different thing. But since Rainbow Dash loves the action adventure side of Daring Do, while Quibble Pants likes the more puzzling nature of Daring Do, but Cersus is also a changeling, so she would really love stealth mechanics. Actually, Cersus would either love stealth mechanics or absolutely roast them because she knows that she can do much better than this game. She absolute oh gosh, would she be super critical of stealth in games because it's so unrealistic, or that she can do this so much easier? Funny trend that almost every treasure Nate went after turned out to be cursed in some way. Oh, absolutely. I love how they took real life treasures as like, yeah, there's a good reason why they're buried and no one found them in hundreds of years because no one wanted them to be found for very good reason. Although, uh, after the events of Uncharted 4, they did become very successful. Either buying beachfront property or just like the whole island, because it seems like they are on a very small island. But they also have electricity. So they must it just must be just beachfront property, maybe in Hawaii. I have no idea. I am very much speculating. But it's also very funny how he found all of these ancient historical treasures and every single one of them crumbles to dust. Although, the one that doesn't immediately crumble to dust, oh gosh, what Libertalia, he could absolutely show off. It would get all the pirate nerds frothing at the mouth, because the only thing that really burned was all the deadly puzzles that were inside. But like the whole town is still intact. Yeah, it'd be very fun. Oh no, I just realized Cersus would either be very critical or very fond of stealth mechanics, but she would also absolutely pull the solid snake idea of hiding under a box and seeing how far she can get away with it. That is 100% a Cersus thing to do. Oh my gosh, that's very fun. We have fun here. I guess I should probably. What would her streamer name be? Oh, hmm. Definitely not a changeling. No, 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 no. It'd be XX Daring Do number one fan XX. Either Daring Do's number one fan, or Daring Do fan, or Cersus Do. Or something completely on the nose. Uh, change like changeling stealth mechanics. Sorry, that name was already taken. Meanwhile, with Rainbow Dash. You just keep on adding X until you get the name that you wanted. So it's going to be XXXXXX Rainbow Daring Do number one fan XXXXX. The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge. Having Having had several weeks with Nymph Circe in close proximity, I was immediately worried. Yea, good Sir Idol, I am given a clean Oh, gosh, what is Luna's voice? I think it was up here. Sure. Random accent time? I feel like it's random accent time. Yea, good Sir Idol, I am given a clean writ of health. Bill, I corrected, relieved. The young changeling was proving most rambunctious. Though entertaining, I was strongly concerned that I was somehow failing to raise her as a proper changeling. But no, I focused my attention. Oh, why are you... What are you doing? What? Gosh. I swear I have to change everything, everywhere, all the time. No, you're supposed to be playing through my headphones. And then... You're not even recording through the good mic. Good thing I caught that long before we got to the end of that. I was going to be so mad if that were not the case. A changeling doll and her display image is a changeling plush. Oh, yeah. How are you now able to make a poll, Farfella? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm getting clowned on. The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge, having spent several weeks with the nymph Circe in a close proximity. The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge, having had several weeks with The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge. Having spent several weeks with the nymph Circe in close proximity, I was immediately worried. Yea, good Sir Idol, I am given the clean writ of health. Bill, I corrected, relieved. The young changeling was most... I corrected, relieved. I corrected, relieved. The young changeling was proving most rambunctious. Though entertaining, I was strongly concerned that I was somehow failing to raise her as a proper changeling. But no, I focused on my... But no, I focused on my current situation. It would not do to let my mind wander during other duties. I am neither avian nor being charged for his services. 'Tis a writ. Is it written down? 'Tis not? Then it is a bill. Then it is a bill. I'm just a bill. Yeah, I'm only a bill. Why are you... What do you mean you're playing through there? I told you to play through somewhere else. Please. Why? Why does my computer hate me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're saying headphones. You're also saying headphones. Why aren't you playing through headphones? Oh my gosh, oh, it's much worse. Oh, it's so much worse. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no. Does this sound any better? This better sound better, or else I'm going to. There we go. Okay, it's working now. It's working. Let's go. Okay. Oh gosh, this has gone very poorly. This has gone very very poorly. Now, take three, please. Please let this be the last time. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I'll need to restart my computer for Discord to actually start working properly. Maybe it's a new one. But let's see. Let's see if it will let me record something today. I was doing not well, but definitely better than nothing. The Moon Princess bounced on her hooves in a manner most reminiscent of my young charge. Having had several weeks with the nymph Circe in close proximity, I was immediately worried. Yea, good Sir Idle, I am given the clean writ of health. Bill, I corrected, relieved. The young changeling was proving most rambunctious. Though entertaining, I was strongly concerned that I was somehow failing to raise her as a proper changeling. But no, I focused on my current situation. It would not do to let my mind wander during other duties. I am neither I am neither avian nor being charged for his services. 'Tis a writ. Is it written down? 'Tis not? Then it is a bill. Then it is a bill. Then it is a bill. We do not think thou art correct, but your confidence leads us to question. We shall then defer to the standard parlance. So, a bill then? The princess gave a grumble. Yes, yes, a bill. But no matter, I am free! Free of this accursed tower and this accursed castle and immediately quite nice room. Free to roam about on our own recognizance. Oh gosh, why would you throw recognizance to me? No. Free to roam about on our own recognizance in full. Just in time for Nightmare Night. As you had hoped, I offered. Just in time for Nightmare Night. As you had hoped, I offered cheerful. Just in time for Nightmare Night. As you had hoped, I cheerfully offered. Just in time for Nightmare Night. As you had hoped, I cheerfully offered. She hesitated, but nodded. 'Tis but a few nights hence indeed, though perhaps we are overzealous in our desire to rejoin society on that of all nights. I shall hear none of it. I shall hear none of it, I informed her firmly. Your Highness has been looking forward to the event for... Your Highness has been looking forward to the event for... Your Highness has been looking forward to the event for months, and I shall allow no crisis of confidence to besmirch your preparations. A bitter laugh. And how shall you go about preventing my descent into self-doubt? I believe I owe you a brief tour of Canterlot. She brightened again, and the stars in her mane actually glittered. Sooth, you did indeed. Oh, yes. Sooth, you did indeed promise me such. In fact, Niece Cadence has been guiding me in the usage of a spell for just the occasion. I tilted my head, then closed my eyes and allowed myself a sigh. Emerald Glen, your highness? Just so. And suddenly the princess was wrapped in a bit of magic and the familiar mare was again before me, though slightly larger overall, and a unicorn instead of a Pegasus, as Cadence tended to prefer. More to the point, it was also notably more stable than Cadence's own. Interested, I prodded lightly at her side, and almost immediately felt wings beneath. Are you quite sure you wish to hide your wings instead of horn? Stop clowning how I lack to make poles. I will have my revenge. Eventually. Possibly. Who knows? We all know that Canterlot Gallows suck to the point Celestia sabotages them to spice them up. What if the Crystal Empire had Gallows too, and they were actually fun from the start to the point? Do they have more attendee? Oh, so I actually saw a story that talked about this, and in the beginning, the Canterlot Galas were for everyone, for like in celebration, uh, uh in celebration for everything, uh, and it's just only as time wore on that the nobility slowly pushed out the elite and nobility slowly pushed out all the commoners until it just only became a party to just hobnob and to be seen with the princess rather than actually being any fun. And I thought that was very interesting because, Celestia being immortal and such, you just get to notice these things while they're happening. And you look back and be like, man, that was a really fun time. And she keeps just trying to bring it back. And everyone just writes it off as the eccentricities of of the Alicorn princess. And honestly, I feel like I feel like that's the way that the show should have gone, where the next Canterlot Gala that happened, it's not Discord that causes all the mischief and chaos, it's him and Luna, because Luna only knows the Canterlot Gala as a actual party and not the hobnobbing that it turned into. Woo! Let's go! Your OS is working! Let's go! And that could even work even better for the Crystal Empire, because they were introduced to the tradition of the original tradition of the gala, and since they were frozen for a year, it didn't have time to degrade into the hobnobbing of the rich and powerful. It just still remained a party, so that's why it's getting more attendees, and that would be a very fun way to introduce ponies out of time. One of Fluttershy's best lines of, "You're going to love me." Gosh, so good. So good. Honestly, I really need to rewatch the series or finish the series. I heard the rest of the series is super good. I stopped watching after To Wear Him Back Again. And it's not for lack of trying. I have seen a few episodes here or there of later episodes in the series. It's just the opener of the next season turned me away because I could see what was going to happen a mile off, and it felt very reminiscent to like cringe humor of the early aughts, and I'm just like, you know what? Nope. I'm not dealing with that third hand embarrassment. I'm off. I'm going. And I never turned back. Which is why, to this day, I still haven't watched the Equestrian Games. Because they didn't do a single good Spike episode until Gauntlet of Fire. I know I think they did another good one after Gauntlet, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm gonna have to. That's why I'm gonna have to try. I still love Cozy Glow as a villain. I also really enjoyed Cozy Glow as a villain. Although, what's really funny is that every single person I knew immediately clocked Cozy Glow as a villain or evil in some way, shape, or form from her first appearance. And then, except for one of my friends who just thought she was a nice, innocent character and didn't find her over niceness to be at all sinister. He was like, "Oh, that's such a super nice character." And then was the only one in the friend group to be caught off guard by her actually being evil. And this is why he is the official group cinnamon roll, because I mean, she's the only villain who, for example, managed to fool Applejack. I mean, Applejack gets fooled a lot. This is why my favorite theory is that Applejack's not the element of honesty, but the element of loyalty, and it's Rainbow Dash that's the element of honesty instead. Because they're both very loyal and honest, but Rainbow has more um, moments where she's honest, whereas Applejack is just a bad liar and lies a lot. I know it's kind of like what virtue you value most that determines what your element is. But in the opening, it's like they embody those elements, and Applejack lies so much during the first few seasons, either small white lies to protect her family or just to protect her ego, like in the last roundup. Like, she lies so much. And Rainbow, I think she only lies like once, maybe twice in the entire series, if I'm not mistaken. But Applejack being the element of honesty, she is absolutely not honest about anything. And also Rainbow being the element of loyalty, she constantly like depending on the writing for the show, she might be a little bit loyal, but she also like dips a lot. Like, for example, the scene that immediately comes to mind is Three's a Crowd. And Discord's like, "Oh, I need someone to take care of me." Rainbow Dash is immediately like, nodded and flies away. It's like, there goes your element of loyalty, folks. Come on, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I notified everyone in the Discord. You don't have your notifications turned on, my dude. Oh man, I know. The only thing one of the three things I forgot was making an event for the whole thing. I know, but I did notify. I notified 3 hours beforehand. You missed. Uh, I'll be honest. You haven't missed much in terms of actual recording because my computer's being stupid. What you have missed is some shenanigans, me being clowned on because my Discord doesn't allow me to make polls, and us talking about interesting technologies and books. I still think Idol would be able to tell Cozy's true nature, if not what she was planning. I feel like Idol would taste I feel like Idol would taste the greed and lust for power that Cozy has. But I also feel like he just kind of brushes it off as children often have these aspects and she'll get over it eventually. And it's not until afterwards that he's like, oh, yeah, no, that kind of spiraled, didn't it? Although, if Idol is one of the. I would love it if after Cozy is captured and thrown in Tartarus, I would love for him to ask Celestia, like, so wait, you're telling me that we reformed the literal god of chaos and and a bunch of other villains, but we decide a child is one that's not worth our time and we're immediately throwing her into hell to be roommates with the demon lord Tyrek, who we already know she conspired with to steal all the magic. Am I hearing that right? Yep. Okay. Permission to speak freely. What the fuck is the matter with you? Like, I imagine that's how it goes down. She'll likely seek out a middle management career or an HOA position. Oh, that rings so true. Woo, you got Ubuntu work. Let's go. He could give Twilight a casual warning. It might amount to nothing, but keep an eye on the filly known as Cozy Glow. It would be interesting, though. The question would be, how would Idol run into Cozy Glow before School of Friendship, or even during School of Friendship? Because, there's never, as far as I know, there's no guard presence at the School of Friendship. So unless Idol is visiting, but why would he be visiting the School of Friendship unless Cersus was enrolled into the School of Friendship? Guest speaker. Well, that's only if the How to Pony series becomes canon. So I also feel like so yeah, guest speaker could work, especially if it was like, well, okay. So I have a couple of ways of looking at this scenario. He could be a guest speaker, but a guest speaker on what? Because I'm going into this assuming that How to Pony is not canon to this. If it's like a careers night, why is it happening at the School of Friendship and not just at the school? Because the school still exists. Like, Cheerilee's schoolhouse still exists, even though everyone pretends it doesn't after like season 4. And I also actually, I feel like Twilight would get someone else because while she would prefer Idol, she would probably prefer Shining or Idol to come and speak. She gets talked out of it either by Shining or Celestia by saying stuff like, "Yeah, Idol's a great." Well, one, she gets talked out of having Shiny coming because he's busy ruling an empire, and she talks herself out of it. And then when she asks, "Well, what about Idol?" Shining says no because one, he's needed to help with the empire, as much as he trusts Idol in a guard capacity, he is way too stiff to be hosting an assembly for school children. That those are my 2 cents on there. uh, so they would probably get someone from his guard unit, like Wispy. I feel like Wispy would be a much better choice as a guest speaker. Um, Wispy or Bold. Those are the two. They would probably even come together to do twin guest speaking appearances. I mean, Shining does know his brother in all but blood. Yeah, 100%. Shining absolutely knows that Idol would wouldn't sugarcoat things that you would need to sugarcoat for for teenagers slash children. So that's why he would strongly recommend to Twilight that he pick someone else. Oh man, although if we're talking about guest speakers, it'd be even funnier if so like even if Twilight ignored all those warnings and still brought Idol on, I could imagine Idol and Spitfire, while being professionally courteous, have a few, let's say, cutting words at each other, like, uh, like a joust of words on the middle of this assembly, which would be very funny. But all honesty, I feel like Shining wouldn't let Twilight steal his second in command for a for a school assembly, not because it's not important, but because he knows Idol way too much, and he knows that's like he's a great guard, but he's not good but he's not good at PR. Oh, don't you dare delete that. Idol's the reason Bold and I'm married at all. Oh wait, no, that's Bold. What's Wispy's words? You bastard! You bastard! Idol's the reason Bold and I are married at all. They are arguing behind the curtain, and someone accidentally hits a switch and raises the curtain just as their argument gets louder. So he introduced you? He tricked us. Gosh, yeah. Oh, could you imagine passing ships in the night? Twilight also brings Zamir and her caravan in like this whole uh, future career assembly. Uh, Zamir and her caravan, as well as Idol's squad mates, and they just talk about each other. And Zamir is just like, "Oh, that sounds like a guy that traveled with us, Sandy." Just Zamir is the was she a zebra? I think she was a zebra that Idol was traveling with just when he first left the hive, while they were traveling through Saddle Arabia. Uh, Zamare, I want to say. Gosh, it's been a while since I've read the first chapters. But yeah, Zamare is the one that like kind of gave Idol identity, helped teach him little bit about being an equestrian, all while he was just a white Pegasus that they found half buried in a dune. And he just traveled with them for a few weeks, a few months. I have no idea. I don't think it's ever specified. And then after that, he goes lives in a cave for a little bit, finds the goblet, breaks the goblet, and uh, causes Daring Do to find out the curse chalice book, and also rescues Topaz from the Manticore, and the rest is history. Taking a step back, I honestly think if Canon Idol met the How to Pony Idol, he would be curious, but more concerned how much the other life derail. Ooh. Speaking of chapters, looks around for a certain Drake, which, well, we only have a Nathan Drake here. I don't think he knows anything about Idol, and I don't think V is a Drake. At the very least, I think he's either a changeling or a wolf, maybe both. Honestly, that would be a pretty good idea. He's both. That's where were comes from, because it's a werewolf. Keep it up, and V will go back and remaster the older chapters. Gosh, how? Oh gosh, now I'm wondering, how would the older chapters change based on how the book has gone so far? Gosh, I'm gonna have to write that down for things to ask V for during the next uh, New Year's Eve, which is a month away. Everyone get hyped. I got homemade mead this year. Let's go. I can't wait. And Kama, if you're still down for it, we'd love to have you. But yeah, honestly, I feel like are you familiar with the anime Isekai Quartet? Maybe I do not know anything about anime. If anything anime, just imagine I have no knowledge that that genre exists except for the Ghibli films, and even then, like only like four Ghibli films, and that's my exposure to anime. Yeah, absolutely. More the merrier. Due to the current climate, I will put the story on hold until I'm caught up remastering the whole story. I also love how Idol being a trickster amongst changelings kinda comes back with how he tricked Wispy and Bolt to get together. And I just love how changeling tricks are something that are so subtle that they don't compare to like a pony version of a trickster. And most of the time, people think of them as odd coincidences rather than someone actually playing a prank on them. Basically, a huge slice of life parody comedy. Sounds interesting. I might. Who knows? My friend might recommend it to me. We currently have a deal going on where if I watch an entire series of anime, he will read 13 chapters uh, of a story of my choosing. And the stories that I'm choosing are ones that he's already interested in. He just hasn't forced himself to read it, such as Changeling of the Guard, he hasn't listened to my audiobook because he wants to read it himself first. The closest we have to an anime changing of the guard opening is Rock Idol. Oh gosh, that animatic was amazing. Gosh, if I ever have the ability, I would love to just do more small animatics of this wacky story that we all find ourselves in. Oh, but back to like the future career assembly at the school. It would be incredibly funny that all the careers that get picked out are people that Idol has either worked with or has greatly influenced during his decades long career. Like we have Heyu coming on, we have Zamir, we have his squad mates, we have Cranky. Gosh, it would just be very funny. That's just all these people that Idol has directly influenced, and they talk about this pony that they've met, and none of them realize it's the same pony. Yada. Oh gosh, could you imagine Yada showing up? Oh, that would be so funny if Yada also showed up. Although Yada could only show up if Fort Nowhere also becomes canon, and I don't know if anyone would want to. I don't know if anyone would want to write a seed that has like things that you have to dive deep into the Discord for, because that's a lot of storylines to tie together into one knot. Oh, Yada, Yada. Honestly, that makes more sense. That probably makes more sense. And that makes much more sense as why he would get this name. The reason why I always pronounce it Yetta is I pronounce it similar to yucca, which is a native tree from where I am. I'll pass on that story. Oh, comma, you're good. You're good. Pat's the comma. You're good. You've made plenty of idle words for everyone to consume. We thank you for your consideration. Enjoy your nice vacation. And we hope that you'll find more ideas swimming around in that noggin of yours. Oh right, your Sergeant Reckless story. I can't wait. Gosh, after watching, because I was watching Fat Electrician's story on Sergeant Reckless a few months ago. And I'm like, gosh, this would make a great story of an MLP crossover. And I had no idea that someone already had done it. I'm still surprised no one has taken the Nowhere and Town idea and turned it into a story yet, given we do have a Discord section. So, uh, so the thing is with Nowhere is that I feel like no one wants to take on the mantle of writing an official canon for Nowhere because it's so richly detailed, and some of the details can't happen within the same story, that no one wants to mess up everyone's sandbox by saying, no, this is the canon story now. Also, it would be a lot of background lore that either you have to weave into the story or be like, yeah, it probably happened. I'm not writing about that though. So yeah, it's a rabbit hole that people will need to take time to put together. So yeah, that's 100% what's happening. Like same reason why, like, I feel like it'd be easier to write Rock Idol just because there's not that many plot threads uh, that are concreted as part of his character, because all it is Idol becomes a roadie that becomes a mysterious bassist that sticks out because he tries to dress plainly as possible, but that in itself makes him stand out. And that he's eventually gifted a obsidian guitar by Mod. Like those are like the main details of Rock Idol. Everything else is for someone's interpretation. So I feel like Rock Idol is the easiest story to write out of all the fan characters. That and Idol. His slice of life villains are other bands. Oh, that'd be funny. Gosh, could you imagine if the sirens managed to escape the human world finally, but they're subsequently immediately defeated by Rock Idol and his band? And the thing is, Seth, is that like there's such a huge list of OCs that everyone would be upset. Everyone would be kind of upset if their OC didn't make it into it. Not their own personal OC, but the OC that they created for the Nowhere storyline. Because Nowhere could probably have several books written about it, because it's a place with a rich history. Because it's like, do you include bad magic, or do you just go with the cover story where it was a fort that guarded salt mines, and now the mines run but they just keep maintaining the fort to protect the town that's out there. And it's like there's a lot of things in the Fort Nowhere storyline that becomes much harder to write about. That's the thing, is like constraints are great for creativity, but too much can be a shackle. Why do you think the Five Nights at Freddy's series has been rewritten several times? Because he keeps on getting caught up in the lore, and now none of the pieces fit together correctly. And plus, you also have all the creatures of Nowhere, uh, the cactodes, the bumblers. Like you have all these weird, crazy flora and fauna and both that intermingle. And it's like, how do you naturally introduce that into a story? It's basically why the place is weird. So yeah, there's just a lot. There's just a lot. So we're just going to, yeah, and that's including the books. And now the movie is a different canon as well, which I'm excited to take my nephew to the FNAF 2 movie in a week or so. That's going to be great. I uh, It's going to be very interesting because he's never played the games or watched a game theory on it. So he just asked me questions about like what's going on, and that worked well for the first movie. But we were at home doing it, so I shall see if we can manage it again. But this time in theater. The movie was great, honestly. I was expecting kind of like a more cheesy movie, but that movie actually was pretty decent. And probably and it's actually the first movie that I've seen in like 4 years, because I'm not usually a movie person. But that movie, I'm like, all right, fine, I will get out of my movie hiatus to watch this movie. And it was a good movie. I really liked it. Shaggy really stole the show. Exactly. The high geologist himself stole the show. and, but yeah, so, but yeah, I feel like the two easiest stories to write about of all the spin-offs that we've done is Rock Idol and Idol. Idol because it's just a character. It would be a nice, quick one-shot that could be expanded into more doll shenanigans or toy shenanigans later on down the line. But it could just be a good one-shot. Rock Idol because it just is a nice, funny backstory about how the timelines diverge, but there's not really a lot there that you have to get right. Nowhere, there's a lot of meat on them bones. So it'd probably take, you could 39 clues it and have like 5 different authors write a different story leading up to a main story, and you would still not even touch like a quarter of what the server has written for it. What about Into the Idleverse story? Yeah, I Into the Idleverse. I mean, Idleverse, that was very fun. Um, that was a very fun story, and honestly, it kind of wraps itself up. Although it would be funny to see uh, what the new idol minion does now with his newfound identity. Uh, so there's that. You also have all the different universes that you could explore, uh, of the different idols that came into this universe. And then idol hooves are the devil's tools. Honestly, I feel like that could still maintain a is it technically a one shot if it's 2 chapters? Is that now a 2 shot? But yeah, idol just being the god of masseuse. Uh, I feel like the 2 chapters, even the 1 chapter that was written for it, perfect the way they are. It does happen in Idle Hooves Are the Devil's Tools. Or no, in Across the Idleverse. I think that's a 2 shot. That's what I'm feeling as well. And then I feel like if it's going into any more than 3, then it's just a short story. But yeah, Idol meeting a Changeling Queen, that's definitely into the Idol verse, which is another one of the many Idol spin offs that I need to either read or record. Because it was very good. Very good stuff. Speaking of stuff I didn't need to read, I don't think I'm going to get much further in today's reading because I only have 5 minutes to read. Yes. So, that's not happening. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of par for the course for us, isn't it? At this point. But yeah, that is that. Those are my 2 cents on the various idol spin-offs and why it might be harder to write some more than others. I still need to finish reading Colonel Hooves because I've read a little bit in the exact middle of the story. Don't ask me why I've somehow read in the middle of the story and not started at the beginning or read the ending bit, but uh, it happens after he becomes a changeling. That is the the chapters that I have read. Also, we meet Officer Friendly. Like, those are what I've read. Don't ask me why, because I can't justify it in my brain either. But that's just what happened. Also, I find it funny that the FNAF characters are so popular with little kids when the story itself isn't meant for a young audience at its core. Yep, absolutely. Uh, so once again, which of you will write a new idol story for us to consume and complain about? Yes, I did read Idol confronting Thorax. That was a great scene. Children like horror. Honestly, yes. I actually read there's this psychological study that went into how horror is good for kids because it allows them to experience terror and to be brave in a safe environment, and it's actually really good for them to learn this stuff to uh, for their mental and psychological development. For Thorax, right? What do you mean for Thorax? No, not after Thorax became a changeling. After Idol became a changeling, uh, and all that the interest that had. Also, Moth Chaser guarding his room. That was also very fun. I never actually read The Silver Eyes because I believe when I was beginning to read it, I could only ever access the demo or like the sample for it, and I for whatever reason could not figure out for the life of me how to buy the full version even after I found money, and then I just kind of gave up on it. Pennywise and Freddy gave me chills when I was younger. Oh, absolutely. Gosh. My sister watched Freddy when she was younger, and like, it's such a messed up story. To this day, she still can't see veins the same way after that marionette scene. And it's like Chucky, also very terrifying. Or it's not terrifying, it's a parody, but it still has terrifying aspects to it. Although my sister, she's like, it's too scary for him, and I'm like, for my nephew, it took me over 2 years to convince my sister to let my nephew watch uh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's isn't isn't a scary movie. It has some, and it's not a gory movie. And despite him being 14, she she refused. It took me a long. She wanted to wait until he was 16 or 18 to watch it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to watch it with or without your permission. Might as well let him sit with his uncle so he can watch it instead of alone at like 3 a.m. at a friend's house or something like that. The bed scene in the third one, oh yeah, that one was pretty creepy. I was playing GTA 3 and watching South Park before that. Yes, exactly. She snuck down and would watch Friday the 13th, uh, like hiding behind my parents' chair because they didn't want her to watch that. And she's like, it traumatized me for. I'm like, yeah, but you're a functional adult. And this is not even anywhere close to Friday the 13th. He's fine. He is very fine. As long as you know the difference and don't go repeating it. That is a very fair rule. I'll be honest, like, I never watched South Park. I wasn't even allowed to watch, like, Family Guy or. No, we could watch King of the Hill and uh, The Simpsons, but that was, like, the worst I could ever watch. And I'm not a big horror fan either, but gosh, like, I can't give my sister, I can't complain too much because it's her kid, not mine. But those are my 2 cents. My sis, if you're watching this, those are just my 2 cents. I'm not trying to raise your child. Just give some opinions. Who knows? But I don't know if my sister watches this. She might. If so, I might be expecting a call after I end streams then. Oh man. One game store carded us to buy mature games like Fallout 3 and GTA 4, but they knew my parents were okay with it. And actually, oh, that's awesome. But yeah, also like mature games. I remember my parents didn't want didn't want us to play Halo because it had blood in it, despite it being blue and it being alien blood. I'm like, what? Like that's not violent at all. Uh, my brother made the biggest blunder when when she saw when she walked into the room while my brother was playing the airport scene in Modern Warfare 2. Needless to say, we were no longer allowed to play Modern Warfare 2. Oh man. Well, I mean, like that was also the height of violent games, like the all the misinformation of violent games making your kids violent and whatnot. So, I don't blame my parents for that. And I'll be honest, I wasn't much of a gamer to begin with. I mean, being the youngest of seven, I did not get any time with the limited amount of consoles that we had. Only when no one else was playing it. But then I would get frustrated because I didn't have practice on it because I could only play it like a handful of hours a week. So, of seven? Yes. Yes, I am the youngest of seven. My family only had a SNES, a 64, and then one Christmas we got a family gift of an Xbox 360. They were all very fun. I love playing the Lego games on them. Whenever my brother wasn't playing uh, COD Zombies. I thought you were a 7 at a time. No. No, 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 no. Maybe. Honestly, I can't remember what age I was when that came out. Hold on. Ew. No, I was like 10 or something like that. I think you're the youngest between me and Drake. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. Like, I'm getting to my late 20s. I think some people would say I'm already in my late 20s. I actually have no idea when late 20s begins. But just a year off, but yes. I won't tell you which direction because I like guessing. I like when people guess. Sir, we round up. But no, you're yeah, you gotta round up some more. Uh, gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, it's very interesting to hear like age group, different ages between all my friend groups. Because in some friend groups, I am the oldest of them. Some I am very middle, and in this one, I am like the youngest. As long as you don't have a so about that. I so I do own a cane, and I do occasionally use it, but thankfully it's not a daily affair that I have to deal with. Oh, you missed! Oh no! Don't worry, V, because I had accidentally not even started the stream, and had my microphone muted, and a whole bunch of other nonsense was happening. So, you're good. Although, I'm probably going to end stream in like a few minutes because my sister is in town and she got a new puppy. It's very adorable. Okay, I feel worse. it, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Nothing got done today either. Oh, V, they were also talking about uh, how would you feel about going back and remastering the older chapters with what you have, knowing what the story is currently? Like, how much would change? Because, like, I remember you telling us a while back that the first chapters you were planning on being like at Canterlot and to the wedding by like chapter 5 or 6. 60 chapters later. The way things went was organic. That's fair. That's very fair. Like, it did feel like a natural progression. I had intentions, but the characters didn't agree. I love when a story catches you like that. Uh, are we sure that Idol's form wasn't a mule because of how stubborn he was? Oh yeah, Idol's very stubborn. Mothy showed up. Gosh, there was so much. There were so many shenanigans that happened. Ooh, let's ask you, of the AU idols, which one would you like to see a story about the most? Out of all the AUs, oh gosh. A lot of the side characters have been a lot of fun to write. Ooh. Idol is stubborn, true, but he isn't a stubborn ass. I mean, some people would call him a stubborn ass, that's for sure. Loved for some. Oh, Fort Nowhere. The gauntlet by V has been thrown. To who? We have no idea, but it has been thrown. Have the horse author have horse words to consume. Gosh, Fort Nowhere would be a very fun thing to find. And you can even wrap up a couple of the other AUs together as well. Like, you could have Idle stumbling across Poison Joke, because Fort Nowhere, with all its bad magic, is the only other place where Poison Joke can actually grow. Has the gauntlet on a rope and is flailing it around. Now that is an image I need to see. Gosh, that would be very, very good. Stop clowning on me with your ability to make polls. I have no idea how to do it. I'm sorry. Say you'll give them a shout out. Oh no, are you doing the perfect cast? Oh no, he is doing the perfect cast. I will say, I feel like a iDoll story would just be various slice of life anthology chapters of just Idol's struggle whenever he's turned into a toy and the various toy shenanigans. If we listen to each other's hearts. Oh, God, that's so good. Do not make Idol goofy. It's hard enough being me. It would be. Oh, man. Oh, if only I was an animator, I could do so many shenanigans. I like my idea of idols being like small soldiers, but they battle all the stuff unseen to project. Yes, I love that. Like they protect from like nightmares and like the boogeyman and all that stuff. I also would love for Idol whenever like one of the times he's turned into a doll to be embroiled in to be kind of drawn into a mass toy conflict where it's an army of officer friendlies versus nightmares. He's just like, but what the fuck is going on? What is who are all these me's? Why are you me? Of course I can moonwalk. I learned from the best. Just oh, that gosh, so many awesome images. He gets to a tea party and takes the rules seriously. That's also very fun. Uh, yeah, there's yeah. I feel like idol idols would just be whatever shenanigans happen whenever he's affected by poison joke, and he just kind of recites it as like a after action report. Like that's how it all reads. And I was like, well, I got turned into a toy again. Don't know who's letting all these foals and various miscreants get away with buying poison joke extract, but it happened again. And this time, and then just goes on to whatever action it was, whether it's being treated like a toy by various foals, uh, protecting the realm from nightmares, accidentally uh, getting tossed into the wash instead of the other idol toy, or him suddenly being Flurry's newest favorite toy. I was promised tea and it smells delicious. However, I'm a plush and it makes me furious. I have no mouth and I must steam. Oh, that's another good one. Oh, another scenario is he finds himself in the midst of a toy factory, and so he's having this epic battle against, I don't know, some evil toys a la Toy Story 2, and they have to dodge around the machines, boxing up other toys to be shipped around, to be shipped out. In the Idolverse, the cure for poison joke, even after Idol uses it, doesn't quite work right, as he still randomly turns into Idol. Oh, that would be interesting because he's a changeling. It has different effects on him. So sometimes he just gets stuck as a toy. I am you, but not copyright infringing. And has tried the cure many, many times. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I'm curious, what would be the funner way for him to take the cure? Because We know the initial cure for poison joke is Abathin's special ingredients, but it feels like that would, uh, what was it called? Uh, that would get old really quick. So maybe there's various ways that he's tried to take the cure to maybe have it be more effective. I am a proud product of the Bilkmore brothers. No, no, I see now that there is something wrong here. Oh gosh. Oh, him running into the villains of the officer friendly toy line. So he has to battle against those plushies as well. Cadence gets sick of his idea for appearance for some event with Foles and Shining Swallows as prize and beg Idol to play the part of his wife. Oh, rips off his own tag. Oh, that would be very funny. Of course, it goes on for much longer and ends up signing a key treaty and having to dance with Shining. Shining and Topaz never let him live it down. Oh, that'd be even better. Or, even better, they snap a picture just as Idol turns back into himself, but he's still wearing all the regalia uh, of Cadence, so they. Cadence and Topaz never let him live it down. That would be so funny. But oh, there's so many different ways to take this. Ooh. Oh, I wonder if sometimes Idol turns into Idol willingly, uh, in cases of times where he has to go outside the magical dome of the Crystal Empire for search and rescue, and the plush is the only thing that he has in his arsenal that's not immediately overwhelmed by the cold, so he can actually go longer. That is more appropriate. Oh man. Uh oh. Did I die? Oh, hold on. Did I die? I don't know if I died. Doesn't say I died. Okay, it's. I think I am not dead. I'm not dead yet. And we shall just keep on keeping on with that because I'm not sure. No Pony is suggesting you cosplay as the Queen. Put that down. That's some deep. I was thinking while in the Empire, Cadence has him become a plush to comfort diplomatic foes during their meetings. That would also be very funny. Oh, so here's the idea: is that anytime he turns into a toy adjacent object, he is the poison joke curse returns for like 24 hours, let's say, that he's stuck after his initial cure, and no matter how he tries, he cannot get back to his regular form. He can only turn into other toys for the remainder of that 24 hours. Or it could also go with, and that could also pair very nicely with, um, oh, what was that one story called where the changeling catches a cold, and every time they sneeze, they turn into a random pony. Idol gets sick and randomly turns into Officer Friendly, and just keeps on turning into various toys through throughout the day and gets misplaced. He's still a doll. Dear, he's an action figure. A doll, Shiny. No. How about a rule of play where whatever he turns into, his body influences him to behave play. So if for example he turns into a baby doll, he'd have very foal like tendencies without control. Ooh, that'd even be more evil. What if he turns into an object that, like, because like the poison joke curse is that he can only change into toys. So like, yeah, like being turned into a foal doll and things like that very much makes sense. What if he turned into something like a top? Jack in the Box has to be wound up. Oh, that would be very fun. He's not bound by the tendencies, he's just bound by the rules of it. Ooh. Anything with a pull string has to be pulled. Has to be pulled to talk, because that would be very. That would be a very fun. Although it would kind of um, get in the way of. What's the word? Of him being interrupted when he's talking by people pulling on his cord all the time. Anyone pulling on his pull string, interrupting him with his catchphrases that he has as Officer Friendly, rather than that's the way that he can talk, it would be very funny. Oh, what other weird toys could he turn into? Legally, no, wait, no, we can't do Transformers. Legally distinct Transformers. Gosh. So if he accidentally turned into legally distinct Starscream, would he have the behave play of that would have him want to be defeated constantly? The pull string thing was an early idea of Idol. He has to pull his own string to talk, but sometimes says catchphrases instead. The Ling says, "Fix me, oh God, fix me." but but yeah, that I am very much influenced by the early creation of Idol, especially by him just like talking, but everyone is like wanting to like pull the pull string, and he's just like, "Stop it! Zip. I I bring justice from above. Can someone stop that?" How about this? Instead of him needing to be pulled like a pull string, people around him uh, are incentivized to play with him as if they would play with any other toy. It's just like a suggestion, so people can ignore it, but they have more of a tendency to uh, to play with him as if they would play with one of those toys. Like a much less powerful want it need it spell, but just only when Idol is in his doll form. People can't help but pull his string. People can't help but uh, treat him as a toy, despite knowing better, because their brain is like, yeah, he is a toy. It's the big red button effect. Oh, you have a zipper in the back. Those are organs. Ooh, interesting idea. Instead of organs being in the back after the unzip, stuffing. So what happens if you put more stuffing in with the stuffing? When he changes back, does that stuffing just become more organic material that he just has on his body, making him more bulky? Or is he just now digesting stuffing? He gets sick and throws up. Ah, but that's not as fun. Because you could have him have like an accent where he loses some of his stuffing and then it just becomes innate stuffing. And so to fix him, they take him to a build a doll where they use the stuffing machine there and they overstuff him. So uh, he and they overstuff him a little bit. I am already overfilled with biomass. If my weight increases further, Topaz will cut off my honey supply. I'm also imagining like in the classic '80s style cartoons where with lots of machine shenanigans, where Idol finds himself on a making line, unable to get out of the way, so he's uh, more done up like all the other dolls on the line. And it doesn't have to be Idol. It doesn't have to be Idol. Like, could you imagine he gets outfitted like um, Little Mischievous or uh, Deputy Affectionate? Uh, or even as the big bad in like all their armor. They're either their armor, their stuffing, or something along those lines. Idol simply didn't bother Twilight much as she was focused on being the best student she could, and Idol very much approved that level of dedication. This is very true. Um, although I'm a little surprised that they didn't get a meeting in Canterlot uh, after the whole Discord thing. I'm also surprised that they didn't meet him uh, after the whole wedding thing. Uh, although it kind of makes sense that Twilight didn't get to meet a good changeling until uh, until Thorax. But also, it'd just be very fun. Twilight also didn't meet her old school friends until someone called her on it. That is very true. Idol's just a guy he knows. That is very fair. Although I feel like Twilight has some idolization for Idol because she also appreciates his dedication to work as much as he appreciates her dedication to her work. And isn't it just kind of like the rule of thumb that as a younger sibling you kind of always look up to your your siblings' friends and want to hang out with them? lots of other interesting things. Um, Gosh, it Idol story could easily delve into just Toy Story, but equestrian. Twilight has a secret crush on her big brother's best friend. Honestly, it's not the weirdest thing I've seen between siblings and their siblings' best friends. Good friend, best friends in the guard. the oh gosh, the good thing. G I G F I N G G F G F I T G. That's the new acronym. If Twilight ever refers to Idol as the GFITG, the good friend in the guard. No, it wouldn't be just good friend in the guard. Uh, it would be her big brother's best friend forever, friend in the guard. It would just get so ridiculously long. What would it be? It would be her big brother, best friend forever, friend in the BBBB. Oh gosh. We have so much in common. That's what my mom calls him, Shiny's good friend. I've heard that term used in alternative ways. Oh wait, no, it'd be big brother, her big brother, best friend for forever, best friend in the best friend forever in the card. Gosh. The BBBFFBFFITG. He's my big BBBFFBB. Stop rapping. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so much fun. Although, unfortunately, I think I have to call it here so I can go hang out with my sister, her new puppy, and get ready for the rest of the week. Gosh, the big brother, best friend forever, and future cult friend. Oh my gosh. And she would just leave out the last five if anyone ever asks. Oh man. But yeah, I seriously have to go. This went on for a lot longer than I planned, but it was great hanging out with y'all. Uh, Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, we shall meet up again next week. Honestly, doubt if Twilight ever had anything like her crush on Idol. I need a +1 for the gala. Please leave me alone. Because I shipped him with Celestia. please do not. Oh man, the newest crack ship, Idle, move out of the way, Idle and Topaz, Idle and Twilight is here. You're right. At the very least, I'll see y'all New Year's Eve. But in any case, I shall see you all later. Thank y'all for showing up. Hopefully, there'll be less. Not shenanigans. I do like shenanigans. Hopefully, there are less. Issues next time I come. Gosh, crack shit between Idol and Pinky is so cursed. You dude. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. See you next time. Bye.